God. It's huge. We're going to get lost in here.
God, look at you, man.
See you.
Yeah, it looks like you're doing all right for yourself, aren't
Thanks. I got married. Very nice. Family's got nothing but money. Just say your phone number, please.
We never seem to find peace.
You know it's been over a week since we made love.
Oh, Chloe, I'm beat.
We're always
You're gonna do very well for yourself, unless you blow it
And how am I going to blow it?
by making a pass at me.
So you are aware of your effect on men.
I think I'd be something very special.
And are you?
Well, no one's ever asked for their money back. I don't think this was a good idea. You shouldn't have followed me here.
Do you feel guilty?
Do you?
Are you having an affair?
Of course I'm not. Don't be silly. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't see you. I mean it.
I don't know what I'm doing with you. You're never gonna leave Chloe.
Maybe I will.
Stop playing games with me.
Keep your voice down. I don't fool myself that I haven't gotten used to a certain kind of living. Am I supposed to give it all up?
Do you miss me?
Are you mad calling me here?
If you don't have the nerve to do it, I'll do it.
So you're threatening me? If I don't do what you say, you're going to go to my wife.
Hello? Who keeps calling?
You have to protect me. My family, my marriage is at stake.
You lied to me. You're a liar.
You can learn to push the guilt under the rug and go on. Otherwise, it overwhelms you.
Hello, Dami.
Hello, Saliya. How are you?
How was match point?
It was, I would say it was breathtakingly interesting. You know, it was a good rally of sorts.
I told you.
You did tell me. You did tell me. So I guess this is what leads us to a new movie review, which has been a minute, but it's all good. Regarding 2005's Match Point, directed by Woody Allen. As
Do you like Woody Allen movies?
yeah, I'm more of a movie guy than a film guy. This to me was a film, so it was a slow story. But generally, Woody Allen's humor is kind of different. To me, it was
Match
kind
point
of
was slow.
yeah. Well, it was slow in terms of like trying to gain my interest. But however, if you're talking about time jumps and things like that, the lapse of time that the main character Chris went through, it seemed as if he accomplished a lot in 2 years. But anyways, let me give the the intro. 2005 movie Match Point, directed by Woody Allen, and it features Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Emily Mortimer, and Matthew Good. So essentially it talks about a movie. Sorry, spoiler alert before everyone jumps into it. It talks about how Chris, who is a former tennis player, he gains work as an instructor, and then who is Jonathan Meyers' character, sorry, he gains a client who turns out to be from a wealthy family, falls in love. He then develops a relationship with his sister, and then along that way, he then kind of starts a somewhat of a fling kind of thing, a dalliance of sorts with Scarlett Johansson, who is introduced into the plotline as the brother's girlfriend at the time of the start of the movie. So, and then essentially the movie kind of talks about how Chris, who has to somewhat balance his relationship with the sister, with his wife, and with this woman, Scarlett Johansson, who seems to be of very keen interest to him. And the whole point of the movie is to talk about, how much luck comes into play of not just in tennis, but also in his life, because he has come out to be a very lucky individual in many elements of his life. One thing led to another, opened some doors, and then, things like that. So that's the movie in a nutshell. But to answer your question, Woody Allen movies, I'm not a big fan of Woody Allen movies, I'm not gonna lie. But just because those are more films than movies, not they have the dialogue, it's kind of slow, at least to me, it's slow. There's not a lot of excitement, but there's character development and things like that that happens. How about you? What's your take?
I liked it because I usually like Woody Allen's movie. I also watched Vicky Cristina Barcelona, but I watched it like so many years ago. I have to get back at it.
Okay.
I think Woody Allen movies always like there's a message in it, like indirectly. So about like the match point, when they had like an interview with Woody Allen, he says he honestly believes that we all say, you know, you need to like work hard in your life, set your goals, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, as Woody Allen says, life is very chaotic, is very conflict. And no matter how hard you work, at the end of the day, luck plays a very, very, very important role in their life. Because sometimes some people, I mean, even actors, I know some actors that they play so hard, they're very good actors. Like if you really compare them with these like Hollywood actors, they're way better. But then luck comes, like they've never been discovered. But some actors, and maybe they are not at that level of them, but they're discovered and they're in Hollywood and they're famous and making a lot of money and they're doing what they love. So at the end of the day, luck is also very important. Like in your life, people that you meet, you ran into, when it comes to love, relationship, work opportunities, everything is like, I guess like it's maybe 60% hard work, because you also need to want it and you have to have the vision for it. But maybe 40% is also luck.
Sure. Well,
What do you think about it?
what's my opinion on luck?
In life?
On luck in life. I think, to be quite honest, every day is a blessing, because you know, as sometimes some people don't wake up in the mornings, and then the reason why they might not wake up might be because of a genital defect, or it could be some catastrophe that happened next door. Like actually today or yesterday lies on the anniversary of the Greenfell apartments that kind of blew up in flames, right? So, and then when you talk about, or even if you watch news, you hear about shootings in America, shootings here and there, and then they say, oh, this person died and they were just walking on the street kind of thing. So that itself is bad luck, you know, and they didn't have the chance of that. So therefore I wake up thinking that I thank God. I say, yes, thank God for being able to wake up today, because not everyone shares that same blessing, right? But if you're talking about coming into good luck, it can happen. You know what? It can happen that you can find a $20 bill on the floor. It could happen where you meet the right person who introduces this person just solely off of crossing the road at the right time, or talking about the right topic that someone had it on their brain like yesterday, and then you brought it up today. What are the chances that happens, you know? So it's absolutely astronomical to talk about, you know, how life kind of plays out, you know. So even if we go to the foundation of being born a man and a woman, sometimes it's just by luck, right? The right sperm find the egg. What are the chances that? So I think every day is a blessing. Every opportunity we have, see it as an outcome of a series of events that's led us to that point. And then whatever you can learn or take from that opportunity, definitely optimizing it, because what are the chances that can happen again in the future, right? So the luck might not, certain outcomes might not come out the way that you wanted in that period of time, but you should not, more times not, you should not hold your breath for the next opportunity to come. But if it does come, work hard, grind hard, and control, and then try to control as much of the outcome. I know that there's a saying that, or when people say, oh, good luck, and then they say, oh, I don't need no luck, I make my own luck, kind of thing. That has some play, but chance carries so much more weight at the same time. So I'm not sure if I can put in a statistical number like you have, 40-60%, but there's no way that luck carries 0% chance in some things. So in all things, sorry. So that's my view. But yeah, I think how this is depicted in the movie, I think it starts with the opening credit, right? Which is the explanation of how luck plays into tennis, right? So do you remember what the description of how luck can be played into tennis? Do you want to tell us, Saliya?
How luck in tennis?
Yes. The very opening scene, and they actually talk about it briefly in the movie, like in passing, funny enough. Do you remember? Or do you want me to tell you?
I don't remember this part.
Okay, so in tennis, they say that when you're doing a volley, and then there's at some point, sometimes the ball might hit the net, and when the ball hits the net, it goes up. Sometimes there's a second where the ball can either go forward or back. You know, you have good luck if it goes forward, and you have bad luck if it has back, because it's almost impossible to recover that ball and play it forward, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so that is essentially good luck get played there. So when I'm talking about it generally in the movie, I'm also talking about how Chris, Jonathan's character, he came into a series of good luck. So for me, one of the biggest chances of good luck for him was
The job that he was offered.
it's not even from the job. I think from the start, which is the very start, the instigate of all the story afterwards, is him being paired with Matthew Good's character, Tom, right? So that is what led to everything else that happened, meeting his sister, meeting the girl, things like that. If Tom had been matched up with another coach in this exclusive club, none of this could have happened.
Yeah. Did you know that, like, Woody Allen said that Matthew was most of the time improvising?
Yeah, I heard that too. So
yeah, that's very interesting. So basically, like, he didn't have like script. I mean, he had probably, but he was improvising. I really like that, you know, like the director lets you to, because sometimes for actors, when you can improvise and it's like everything should be exactly like the script, people like they try to memorize, and like in their mind it always like just want to make sure they just say like word by word. But when they improvise, like the acting would be way more like natural, like more professional, because like it comes like out of you, you know, it's not that you are like sticking to the text or
exactly
transcript. So it was very interesting that Woody Allen is this type of director that just said, okay, go for it. You can just say whatever you want, like as long as that it makes sense. So Matthew was improvising a lot, and he said like they needed someone with like a British accent, so he was British and the family and everything. So that was
yeah, that's so true, because improvisation, you must have so much level of trust in your actor that you have in knowing who that character is that he or she is depicting, to be able to say and involve the right responses that that character might say, right? So there's a few directors that are like that. I think even like Martin Scorsese, he sometimes gives his his actors free range to go a little bit off the cuff. But I think a lot of movies that some actors do go off the cuff is comedy movies. So if you go back to, well, I want to say comedy movies, but a big great of improvisation for me is Robbie Williams. So if you remember the late Robbie Williams, he voiced the genie. A lot of his movies, that even key lines that we remember, even dramatic movies such as Good Will Hunting, the story about his wife farting and waking up in sleep, that was improvisation, and they loved it so much and they kept it in the movie. So long story short, improvisation does play, it can play a good role, and you don't feel confined to a certain space, and you can evolve as the actor in that character kind of thing. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't go well, but this comes with time and with security and knowing who you are or who the character is. So how about yourself? Have you had the chance to go off the cuff on some things, go rogue on any of your work? No, not yet.
No, not yet. It has all the script.
Because I know in some actors, I've seen some YouTube videos where they're like, behind the scenes, they'll talk about, this actor said, oh, that line right there, I put that in, and and then they take great pride in it. Like, that was my own contribution to the production, past actually being in it. They said I did some catchy things. If you guys caught it or not, it's fine. So, but yeah, what about the other characters? So Scarlett Johansson, how did you think about her?
I love Scarlett Johansson.
ScarJo.
She's very sexy.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
She's very sexy. She's very passionate. I love the way that she expresses like her emotions, but like she always have like this mysterious, like way of like talking stuff, so you never know what she's really thinking. I really liked her performance. Like most of the movies that I've watched, like I really like how she acts and her emotion and everything. But she is like a sexy actress. She's a beautiful.
Wasn't she married to Ryan Reynolds for some time?
Yeah, I guess she's.
Yeah.
She's
Married, divorced, and then now she's married to Colin Jost, who's a writer on SNL, writer and performer on SNL.
Yeah, but even like in the movie, like as like her name is Nola.
Yes.
I like the way that she's like a
Nola
survivor, that she comes from very small town and try to
make acting work in a foreign country.
The future, try to make it work, and looking for any opportunity that comes along. I think like, and it's very important, especially as an actor, that the partner that you have is very supportive, because like being an actor, like in general entertainment, like you face like 90% rejection all the time. So if you have a partner that also like, instead of being supportive, like they really like lose hope in you, like it's gonna be very like hurtful. So there is a scene that when Nola is as she's engaged to Matthew, but Matthew is trying to be cool, trying to be supportive, but like his family, especially mom, she keeps like, oh, so you didn't get cast again, like, oh, maybe it's time that you think about something else, oh my
especially
God.
as a woman. I caught that too. Yeah,
like that really sucks, and that really hurts when you tell to someone who's like very passionate, because like the first thing that they tell us in like acting classes is like, if you can get the rejection and you don't, you can't take it, you can take rejection, you better not even start this career because you're going to be hurt a lot. Because they always say you shouldn't take it personally because this is not a safe job. It's not that you just go to a company, you do an interview, you get cast, okay. I mean, you get hired, so perfect. So this is like the competition is very high. Maybe like for 1 year you're getting rejected. You never know, well, like when it's your time. So if you want to take everything personally, you're gonna be, I don't know, maybe depressed and destroyed. So you shouldn't, like, we learned that we shouldn't take anything personally. If you get casted, so you get casted. If you don't get casted, that wasn't your role, that wasn't your part. You weren't basically what they're looking for. It has nothing to do with you. It has, they have to, it should meet with the crew like expectation. So it doesn't mean that you suck. So this is how like most actors learn when they start to learn this career. But people that they are not in this industry, they don't really understand how hard it is to get casted and what's the process stuff. So imagine like if you're with someone, with a family, or you have a partner that they keep telling you you're not good enough, or you suck, or you should have changed your career and everything. So you already have all that pressure in the industry, and you don't want to hear anything more about people that you think that they love you. So I was getting exactly why Scarlett was so frustrated. Like, I was like, oh my God, poor girl. Like, that was the last thing that she needed to hear, like his mom, that maybe you have to think about something else. Maybe you've tried and you didn't get, you weren't successful. So maybe you have to change your career or find a job. So that's, oh my God, this is like when you basically destroy an artist. Like,
ouch. Yeah. Honestly,
It's very-
that, yeah, I don't know if I might have resilience. I think resilience is the term you're looking for. And some people, you need to have deep resilience to be able to handle all that information or to handle that rejection. But as much as we might think, oh, you know what, I got what it takes, they might, but like we've kind of alluded to at the start, chance, luck carries a lot of weight, and despite everything, you might not get into those rooms, you might not get past a certain stage that you think, oh, you know what, you're shooing for, kind of thing. So you need to be able to have that sort of strong heart and strong conviction to be able to pursue anything. And this is funny enough, if I was to bring this a little bit back to Jonathan's character, Chris's character, remember, he even kind of talked about it. This maybe similar with actors is sports athletes. They also have to face the same, well, similar trials and tribulations as actors, right? So the work ethic, to go in, talk to different people, train, but sometimes, you might have the skills, but you might not have the required passion or required resilience and required oomph to go as far as you need to go, or that you want to go, rather. So I think for me, I'm not an actor and I'm not a professional athlete, but I would say that from those that I've talked to that have, gone to the top of that craft or close to the top of that craft, it's not easy. It's not easy, right? So not any average Joe can jump off the street and do it. So I commend you. I commend you and many others like you, Saliya, that have decided to give it a go and keep giving it a go until that big time success comes. But you got this, all right? And keep going until you can't take it no more. But sometimes, even when you realize you can't take it no more, sometimes the opportunity might be right around the corner, right? So you might stop at that 99% threshold when all you need is that one more 100 to get that big chance that you're hoping for. So anyways, that's my rant done.
What do you think about like the Chris in the movie? Like,
Chris in the movie, to me, he to be able to juggle wonderful women, we'll put it that way.
I think he was an asshole.
To be quite honest, he kind of forced himself on Scarlett. Yes.
Like he wasn't in love with the wife. I had a feeling that he just took advantage of the opportunity that she was wealthy. The father was offering the job. So for me, his character was an asshole. Like he was like someone who take advantage of other people. And now he just wanted to have both. And then at the end, when he got the both, you saw what he did, you know, like he couldn't really handle. Like, I think he was only thinking about himself. So I really didn't like the way that he was selfish. I mean, because Scarlett, you know, she was doing her life, you know. He was the one who was like pushing her like to have an affair with him, you know, that, you know, because she didn't want to do it, but he was like pushing her. And then at the end, you know, when it was the time that he really like get his shit together, when he wasn't really in love, when he got married, he just got married because he saw, okay, that's a good opportunity for him. So for me, yeah, he saw luck and he was like, okay, I'm not in love with this woman, so just let me just take advantage of it. So I really don't like people that they go and pretend something that they're not just because of their own interest. So that's why I didn't really like him. And even if you did it, then you shouldn't have cheated on her. You know, you shouldn't go with the Scarlett or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, like basically, I don't want to spoil the movie.
No, we already said spoiler alert, so it's fine. So lay down the noise.
Yeah, like you go and like take her life because of you, like it was, and that poor lady, the neighbor, like what did she has to do with any of these like drama and story and whatever, you know? Like, so I didn't like Chris in the movie, like his character.
Well, I think I don't resonate. I'm not gonna lie. I was not I don't see a lot of myself, or I don't see a lot of how I don't see how a lot of good-hearted people can really see where Chris is coming from. But however, the heart wants what the heart wants, you know. But I don't know. To me, it's weird. So I kind of let him go. So I just took it as, you know what, this is a fantasized character. But then again, there's a few guys with multiple families out there. So, and women too, with multiple families. So it can happen.
So what's your IMDb
My
rate?
skating. Okay. My rating for this, I would say, is 7 out of 10.
Me too, 7 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Then I need to bring it down. If yours is 7.
This is the first time.
Exactly. I can't. They can't do this. This doesn't seem right. But yeah, okay, fine. So we both agreed to 7 out of 10. And do you want us to know what rating they got on IMDb? On this movie, they got IMDb said 7.6 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 77%. So we're right in the ballpark. So just 1 point lower though, but it's okay. Overall, if it's a movie you haven't seen so far, go out and watch it. Just be ready to dedicate 2 hours and 4 minutes to it to be able to watch it. So it's a little bit longer, but all in all, it's like
Next movie.
I think
It's your turn.
it's my turn. So my turn next week. And is there a theme that we want to go with potentially?
Drama mystery.
Drama
Thriller.
mystery. This does not, it's too broad. Like let's use
Comedy, drama, mystery, thriller. Why not comedy? Why we never do comedy?
I will
What's
happily
wrong?
do comedy, but let's keep a theme. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we can do movies with Scar Joe, movies with Jonathan Wright. I already know the movie I would pick with Jonathan Chris Myers or whatever. Or you want us to do Woody Allen movies, or you want us to
Or
do
Scarlett Johansson movie.
you know what? I already know the Scarlett Johansson.
Angelina Jolie's movies.
Okay, well, you've left me with a lot of things to think about, so I'll leave it alone there. But yeah, so we'll close here, and hopefully next week they'll hear from
Don't
us.
forget to subscribe.
Hit the link, subscribe, and share. You know what they say in the land. But definitely, let's hope we see you, and stay safe, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye, everybody.